Welcome to Pearla Chemo Merge, your #1 destination for useful advice on hair loss associated with chemotherapy and alopecia, scalp healthcare, and overall hair vitality. Today, we're delving deep into a prevalent issue that many of us grapple with: scalp sweating. Picture this scenario. You find yourself in a refreshingly cool room, yet your scalp feels like it's amidst a scorching heat wave. Does that ring a bell? You could be wrestling with scalp sweating. Scalp sweating is defined as excessive sweat production on the scalp. It can be triggered by a variety of elements such as extreme heat, spicy food, stress, or even unknown medical conditions. Interestingly, scalp sweating can take place even in chilled environments and might be a red flag for deeper health problems. Gaining a clear understanding of scalp sweating entails and what triggers it is the initial stride towards effectively managing it. Now that you know what scalp sweating is, how can you tell if you have it? Let's delve into the signs. Firstly, the most obvious sign is excessive sweating. You might find that your scalp is often damp or wet to the touch, even when you're in cool conditions. Imagine stepping out of an air-conditioned room and finding your hair damp as though you've just had a workout. That's a telltale sign of scalp sweating. Another common symptom is persistent dampness in your hair, regardless of the weather or your activity level. If you're finding your hair constantly damp, even when you haven't been exercising or exposed to a hot environment, then you might be dealing with scalp sweating. Picture this scenario. You're sitting comfortably at home, reading a book or watching a show, and your hair is damp as though you've just had a shower. That's not your typical sweat response. Another sign to look out for is discomfort or itchiness on your scalp. When your scalp is constantly damp from sweat, it can lead to discomfort or even itchiness. It can feel as though you're wearing a wet hat all day. This discomfort and itchiness can also be a sign of other scalp conditions, so it's important to consult with a healthcare professional if you're experiencing these symptoms. Lastly, you might notice that your scalp sweat has a strong odor. This might seem odd, as sweat is usually odorless. However, when sweat remains on your scalp for a long time, it can combine with oils and bacteria, leading to a distinct smell. This isn't a pleasant experience, and it's certainly not something you would want to deal with daily. So, there you have it. These are some of the common signs of scalp sweating: excessive sweating in cool conditions, damp hair, discomfort or itchiness, and an unpleasant odor. Recognizing these signs can help you identify if you're dealing with scalp sweating and take the necessary steps to manage it. So, you've recognized the signs and you're pretty sure you have scalp sweating. What can you do about it? Naturally, of course. First and foremost, let's talk about dietary changes. It's no secret that what we eat affects our bodies in countless ways, and this includes how much we sweat. Spicy foods, caffeine, and alcohol can all trigger excessive sweating. So, if you're a fan of hot wings, espresso, or a good glass of red, you might want to reconsider your menu. Instead, opt for a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. These foods are not only healthier, but they can also help regulate your body's temperature and reduce sweating. Stress management is another natural remedy for scalp sweating. When we're stressed, our bodies go into fight or flight mode, which often results in increased perspiration. Techniques such as meditation, yoga, and deep breathing exercises can help reduce stress levels and in turn decrease scalp sweating. For example, Just 5 minutes of deep breathing a day can dramatically decrease your body's stress response. Lastly, certain herbs have been known to help with excessive sweating. Sage, for instance, has been used for centuries as a natural remedy for sweating. It's believed to have properties that can reduce sweat gland activity. You can brew sage into a tea or use it in your cooking. Other herbs, like chamomile, have calming effects that can help manage stress and reduce sweating. Remember, everyone's body is different, and what works for one person may not work for another. It's important to try different remedies and find what works best for your body. And always consult a healthcare professional before starting any new treatment regime. These natural remedies can provide a helpful starting point in managing scalp sweating. But remember, if scalp sweating is causing you significant discomfort or distress, it's important to seek medical advice. There are treatments available that can help, and you don't have to suffer in silence. These natural remedies can provide a helpful starting point in managing scalp sweating. Natural remedies can be great, but sometimes they might not be enough. When should you seek medical help? Well, there's no one-size-fits-all answer to this, but a good rule of thumb is to seek medical attention if your scalp sweating is causing significant discomfort or affecting your daily life. If you find yourself constantly feeling embarrassed, anxious, or hindered by your scalp sweating, it's high time to consult a healthcare professional. Let's dive into the world of medical treatments. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. Firstly, there are topical treatments like antiperspirants specifically designed for the scalp. They work by blocking the sweat ducts, thereby reducing the amount of sweat that reaches the skin surface. Available over the counter or by prescription, these can be a good first step if natural remedies aren't cutting it. Next up are oral medications. Certain types of drugs, such as anticholinergics, can help reduce sweating. However, they come with potential side effects, so it's important to discuss these with your doctor to make an informed decision. Then, there are more advanced treatments like Botox, which is approved by the FDA for treating excessive sweating in the underarms and can be used off-label for scalp sweating. Botox works by blocking the nerves that activate your sweat glands. Sounds impressive, right? Lastly, there's a procedure known as iontophoresis. This treatment uses a device that sends mild electrical currents through water to your scalp, which can help to reduce sweating. While it might sound a bit futuristic, it's been around for decades and is considered a safe treatment option. The key takeaway here is not to suffer in silence. There are numerous medical treatments available for scalp sweating, and a healthcare professional can help you navigate these options and find the best one for you. Remember, there's no shame in seeking help. Your comfort and health should always be a priority. Scalp sweating might be a pesky issue, but remember, you're not alone in this. We've journeyed together from understanding the sweaty truth, recognizing the signs, and delving into the world of natural remedies. And let's not forget the part where we explored the medical help available for scalp sweating. We hope this knowledge empowers you to take control of your scalp health. If you've tried any of these remedies, or if you're planning to, we'd love to hear about your experiences. Your shared stories could be the beacon of hope for someone else dealing with this issue. And if you found this video helpful, show us some love, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We are constantly brewing up more content to help you navigate the maze of health and wellness. Thank you for spending these moments with us. Remember, your journey to a sweat-free scalp starts with understanding. See you in our next video.